Next event on the track, 2 sections of the men's 200-meter final. Elijah Hall, former Houston standout, has the meet record and the best time in the country this year. Makanakaishe Charamba of Auburn, he is in the field. There is Jaden Reed. There's been a scratch in this race by Jamarian Stubbs out in lane 6, so now Jaden Reed is the furthest outside in this first section.
Well, and Jaden Reed certainly didn't look like this was his NCAA debut in the semis yesterday. Ran a very controlled race, great turnover. But I was going to say, we saw Elijah Hall 20.02 as the meet record. That could be in jeopardy here in the 200 meters. There's a few individuals who have the capabilities to give that record a run. Jaden Reed, though, farthest outside there with nobody in lane 6, but I think lane 5 has been proving to be just a little bit quicker in these 200-meter races.
The winner will be determined on time over the 2 sections. From the inside, DeMar Francis of Baylor, then Garrett Highland of Southern Cal, and then Jaden Reed of LSU. Just one time around the track. Pretty even so far after just 100 meters. Here comes Garrett Kayland. It's Kayland with a head of steam. He's going to establish the time to beat. Clock keeps moving. We'll wait for the official result. 20.56 for the junior from Southern California. Just off his lifetime best of 20.54, which he ran in the semifinal.
Well, the 200 meters is not contested at the international level because the runners are so fast they would fly off the track. But here the collegians have a hard time staying on the track as well. But two great guys who just do such a good job at turning their strides over. Jaden Reed got out there early, and Garrett Kayland was able just to have a little bit more strength, a little bit more energy at the end as he reeled him in and passed him for the heat win.
So Kayland of USC establishes the time to beat for the Section 2 athletes, but that section includes the top 2 qualifiers from the prelims on day 1. Second section of the men's 200 meters. There are the records. Elijah Hall, 20.02. That is moving. That's the meet record. And Makanakaishe Charamba has the NCAA lead, and he is in this final out there in lane 6, looking for some more points for the Auburn Tigers.
Well, he was second in the heat yesterday against Carli Makarawu, who's on the inside. It's interesting. Yesterday, Makarawu was on the outside. Today, Charamba is on the outside. Looked like Charamba had a little bit of difficulties. He's a very large individual in lane 5. Didn't run real open at the end of that race, but here he is in lane. Here's Makarawu in lane 5. He's a little bit shorter, a little bit more controlled strides, but we'll see if Charamba can open things up now that he's out in lane 6. But Charamba seemed like he was happy to give the heat win to Makarawu yesterday, but I'm sure these guys are friends, countrymen.
Stand up, please.
But the gloves are off here for the title.
Both from Zimbabwe.
You good?
One at Auburn, one at Kentucky. That's how they'll line up. Johnny Blockberger for USC, there to score some points for the Trojans. They're in it. Cameron Miller of Purdue in lane 4, which has proven to not be a terrible lane like it is on higher banked tracks. And then Makarawu from Kentucky in 5, Charamba in 6. Time to beat established by Garrett Kayland of Southern Cal, 20.56 from section 1. Real advantage for Makarawu having Charamba on his outside. He's taking advantage of it. He's eating into that stagger. Right now it's Makarawu. You don't get nearly the boost out of lane 6 that you do at College Station or in Fayetteville. It's the Kentucky Wildcat, but here comes Charamba. It is Makarawu, 2013 now officially. And that ties the world lead by the man he just beat. Charamba had run 2013 at the SEC indoor meet 2 weeks ago, and now Makarawu ties that, but more importantly wins the title. Charamba ends up second overall at 2016.
Well, Carli Makarawu, this is exactly what he did in the semis. Got a little bit of a lead on Charamba, and then he was able to hold it. But Charamba was coming on like a freight train. If there were 10 more meters, he might have caught him. But Makarawu, grateful that he's comes away a national champion and an outstanding time. Look at those 2 times, miles ahead of the rest of the field.
So the top 3 finishers in that second section finished in the top 3 spots overall, but it is Makarawu tying the NCAA lead and winning the title, and he's with John.
All right, thank you, Dwight. First off, let's start with how many times have you raced that guy?
Countless times. I think more than three times since we were back home. We were friends and teammates and rivals at the track. So I don't know how many times, but it's been a long time.
So you're familiar with him?
Yeah.
How much did it help to have him in 6 and you be able to see him?
So I didn't get the question.
So you're in 5, right?
Yeah.
And he's in 6.
Yeah.
How much did it help that you could see him from the start of the race out there?
Yeah, he helped me so that I can run my own race, run my own pace, not rest against him, but rest against myself, because the target was to beat my own target and to beat the school record. So it was an added advantage, but I thank God for the victory.
Congratulations on the win. Dwight, he sat out the SEC final so he could be here and in shape for this one. The decision pays off.